Alright guys, so the next type of variation of the debris hut that we're going to build is a side entrance debris hut. The reason that we build a side entrance debris hut is because they're typically a little bit warmer than an entrance to the front because of the natural way that air likes to blow in. It's going to blow in from the side and then not have anywhere to go. It can't go the full length of your shelter. So essentially what we're going to do is eliminate the front end off of this and swing it over here to the side. And there's quite a bit of changes that we're going to have to make to the shelter overall to make that happen. Alright, so one of the changes about the side entrance style of debris hut is that it's a lot more difficult to get in. So you want to really make sure that you've got a whole lot of leaves in there already. And you want it to be really, really jam-packed all the way to the back. And because if you're trying to crawl in the sideways entrance and worm your way around, you're not going to be able to drag a whole lot with you. But like I said, this is quite a bit warmer shelter, so you know, it may be worth it to you in your area. So with this style of shelter, you know, obviously with the entrance being different, we're just going to close this off, and but this is how it would be built, or it would look if we had started this way right from the beginning. And so I'll just cover this over, a little bit of sticks, a little bit of cedar boughs, and then cover it with a couple of feet of leaves. Alright, so after you close your end off, then you're going to start stacking the sticks up here. Same process as before, it's just on a different side of the shelter. And you just jam these sticks right into something that'll hold, preferably all the way through the shelter. And if you don't feel like it'll hold, you can always tie it off with a piece of cord or something like that. And just make your entrance just large enough for you to fit through. Alright guys, so the one thing about having the side entrance shelter is that it's quite a bit more difficult to get into. There's a bit of a trick. If it's warm weather conditions, you don't necessarily need a door, and I would go in head first and snake, you know, the head area is up here and the foot area is up there. But if it's cold weather conditions, then we got to have the door with us. So when you snake in, you're going to drag your legs in around the side, and then you're going to pull your torso up and crawl up into this end. But you have to close in the door behind you. So Daniel's gonna crawl in, drag the door behind him, and then get all the way up in there. And then of course, before you do anything, you want to make sure that you pack your gaps the best you can and try to close off any air holes. Are you all the way in?
Yeah.
You're all the way laid out?
Yep.
Awesome. Good job. And it's as simple as that, guys. You know, there's a million different ways to set these up, but they're fantastic shelters for wet weather no matter what you do. You know, as always, share, like, and subscribe, and post your commentary on the survival forum instead of down there if you want us to respond. Thanks and have a great day. Okay, so, you know, like I said, my favorite style of debris hut is a heated one with a fire in it, maybe some internal, you know, heating rocks on the inside. But a natural, you know, progression of a debris hut shelter is to add a wickiup onto this. Now this needs maintenance, guys. We have another wickiup on the other part of the camp that doesn't have a debris hut off of it, that's pretty much waterproof, and you need to have like 2 to 3 feet of boughs to make it completely waterproof. But the whole reason for putting a debris hut onto a shelter like this, or building your debris hut first, is because your debris hut is your most waterproof shelter. You're going to stay dry in one of those better than almost any other type of shelter. So what we do is we start with a debris hut first, and then we add our foyer and our kitchen and our living room right here. This is our work area, guys. You know, if you're going to do long-term bushcraft trips, you know, things like that, then you're going to want something a little bit more comfortable. We've got a nice platform bed in here, a rock fireplace in the other one. We've even got a mortar and pestle and lean-to chair. If you want to see how to pimp it out, just check out our Pimping Your Survival Shelter series. So if you're doing long trips, this is the go-to style of shelter that I add onto my debris hut, you know, for long term. So I showed you the first setup, and you know, that was the open doorway where you can have hot rocks on the inside. You know, you can also create a triangular doorway. We've got a really old video if you want to see more about the internal heating, you know, style of debris hut. But another natural extension off of these is to add a lean-to off to the front. You know, you have your fireplace up in here. This is your little work area that you know, you whittle traps, make cordage at night, do whatever you got to do. And then another thing that you can do to this is you can actually set up, like I like to take a couple of sticks, and we actually have a video on just constructing this, but I like to take a rack and make a drying rack up here so that I can hang my socks, or if I want to dry some jerky or anything like that. So this is another variation that you can add off to the front of your you know, open style debris hut.